Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Class 47 Peter YouTube channel. And in today's video, I'm going to be taking a look at the Bachmann Collectors Club Midland Railway Class 1532 1P tank engine in the Somerset and Dorset Joint Railway Lined Blue livery. Now, this was a model of a loco that originally I wasn't planning to get. When this model was first announced back in 2017, I didn't plan to get this model. And it was only until when, at Warley last year, when I saw the decorated samples on display, is that I then suddenly had a change of heart and fell in love with these, and it was then when I decided to get one. Originally I had planned to get the Midland Railway maroon livery, but then in the winter announcements, Bachmann announced their latest Collector Club model, which was the Midland Railway 1P tank engine in the Somerset and Dorset Joint Railway Lined Blue livery. Absolutely gorgeous livery, and as soon as I saw it announced, I had to have it. And so I pre-ordered it, and here it is. And it's just arrived in the post, courtesy of FedEx. And the reason I've gone for this particular livery is because I don't have anything in the Somerset and Dorset Joint Railway livery, and so that's why I went for this livery, because it had a bit more variety in colour to the layout, and it's different as well. So I'm going to get this model unboxed, and then I'm going to get it down on the layout and we'll take a look at it. Now, being as this is a Bachmann Collectors Club model, this does come with a limited edition certificate, and for anybody who's interested, my model is number 97 of 362 produced. So here is the model out of the box and down on the layout, and isn't she a beauty? Now, I should point out that this model does have a coreless motor, so if you've got any electronic track cleaners or any feedback controllers, switch them off when you're running the model, because otherwise they may damage the motor. The controller I use is the good old Hornby HM2000, which should be fine for this model because I've got other models that have coreless motors, the B2L tanks being a prime example, and they've not caused any harm to the motors, so that controller should be fine for the motor in this model. But like I say, if you've got electronic track cleaners or feedback controllers, switch them off when you run your models with coreless motors. Now, the model itself is absolutely gorgeous. Straight out of the box, there was no quality control issues or faults with the model, which is exactly what you expect, because the last thing you want is to pay the amount of money for a model like this, which costs 149 quid, only to find that when you get it, it's got faults with it. And this model, it's in a perfect top-notch factory finish. There's no blemishes, marks on the model, there was no damage to the model, and more importantly, straight out of the box, it works. And it runs absolutely beautifully in both directions. It's like running custard off jelly, it's that smooth. This model also comes with a Flickering Firebox. It's got two LEDs, one red and the other one yellow. It will work on DC, which is analog, which in this case it's the red one that works, which will be illuminated at a constant glow when power is applied, and obviously the brightness depends on the setting of your controller. To make use of both LEDs, then you will have to use a DCC decoder for that. That's if you have DCC. For me, I'm not too fussed about that because the Flickering Firebox works anyway, as you can see here in these shots. I know that some people may find it a gimmick, but this is a feature that I love to see on models, to even just to catch a glimpse of it when it's running on the layout. it's just a superb thing to look at, because I think the Flickering Firebox just adds that bit more to the model, and I for one really love the feature. So it's always nice to see the Flickering Firebox. Something else that's also worthy of mentioning is that in the accessory bag you get a spare set of driving wheels, as you can see. And these driving wheels in the accessory bag, as you can see, have got traction tyres fitted to them. Now, the idea behind this is that the reason for those driving wheels with the traction tyres is so if you wish to improve the traction of the model. So if you want to improve the haulage capacity, then you will need to fit the spare driving wheels with the traction tyres on them. And to do this, you will need to take the model apart in order to remove one of the drive wheels already fitted to the model, to swap it over for the set that has the traction tyres on them. For me, I'm not too fussed about that. I'm not going to be fitting the drive wheels with the traction tyres on, because, I mean, this locomotive in real life, it would only at the maximum pull 2 or 3 coaches, possibly even 4. No more than that, I would have thought. So it goes without saying, I'm not going to be using this locomotive on long trains anyway. The longer trains will be left to the larger locomotives. So I for one am not going to be changing over the drive wheels just to improve the haulage capacity. There's not really much point for me to do so. Right, so with those things covered, now we can make a start on the detail. So first of all, we've got sprung metal buffers, and what I do like about the buffers is that they're painted a silver colour, which I think looks nice, makes them stand out. This model also has, as standard, the NEM tension lock couplings, which will be replaced with the Hunt couplings that are used now, because they're more reliable. We've also got pre-fitted vacuum and steam heating pipes. Also on the running board there, you've got the separately fitted lamp irons. And on the buffer beam itself, you've got the absolutely crisply applied yellow lining, as well as the SR applied onto the buffer beam there, which in this case stands of course for the Somerset and Dorset Joint Railway. On the smokebox door we have a separately fitted handrail. You've also got the number plate with the loco's running number 54 crisply applied on there, and at the top of the smokebox door we have a separately fitted lamp iron, as you can see. On the smokebox we have the push-pull vacuum regulator control cylinder, which has been separately applied. We've also got a separately fitted handrail there on the boiler. On the front of the water tanks you've got metal chrome handrails, which look really nice. And also on the boiler you've got some steam piping, which has been painted and looks really nice. And also on the smoke box we've also got some rivet detail as well, which is always lovely to see. We've also got some detail under the boiler there as well, which is to represent the inside motion. It doesn't work on the model, but it is painted and that looks really nice. Just behind the dome there we have the separately fitted safety valves, which they've been painted and they look really nice. You can also see those supports at the back for the safety valves, which have been painted a silver colour. I think that looks stunning. That's a really nice bit of detail to have. We of course have the whistle, which we can't leave out, which has been separately applied. Not made out of turned brass, but it has been painted, so it still looks nice. We've also got glazing in the cab windows as well. Now the painted cab interior detail of this model is seriously impressive. The inside of the cab interior has been painted cream, as you can see. Plus you've also got the handbrake there, which has been painted. You've also got the regulator, the lever, the gauges and the dials. Everything in there has been painted. Even the cab interior floor has been painted as well, and that just looks absolutely superb. So it's always great to see the interior detail painted, because it adds to the more realism of the loco on the model. Plus you've also got separately fitted handrails as well, and they've been painted as well. Now we come on to the livery application, which is absolutely gorgeous. The livery application itself, it's been evenly applied with no imperfections anywhere at all. It's the correct shade of blue as well, and the livery is just gorgeous. And then you've also got the crisp yellow lining, which I think, in my opinion, really lifts the livery. You have it on the boiler bands, the water tanks, on the bunker, on the cab. You've also got it on the running plate, on the wheel splashers, and even on the footsteps and on the wheels. The lining is just so superbly done, and it looks absolutely amazing, I think. We also cannot leave out the S&DJR lettering and the loco's running number 54, as well as the Somerset and Dorset Joint Railway logo, which have been crisply applied onto the water tanks and on the bunker. And again, the print on that is just fantastic. The model also has the brake rigging, which has been pre-fitted already, and you've also got, of course, the sanding gear, which that detail is just fantastic. With the detail everywhere you look at it, it's just stunning. On the rear of the loco, again we have sprung metal buffers, just like on the front. You've got separately fitted lamp irons and pre-fitted steam heating and vacuum pipe. On the bunker you also have a coal rail, which has been separately applied, and in the bunker we also have a coal load, which I am tempted to scatter my own coal load on top of that one, so that's something I shall be doing at a later date. On the other side of the loco we have some separately fitted pipe work, and it's been painted in a silver colour, and that just really makes it stand out on this livery, and I absolutely love it being that colour. It just looks absolutely fantastic. So that now brings me on to my conclusion for the Bachmann Midland Railway 1532 1P tank engine in the gorgeous Somerset and Dorset Joint Railway Lined Blue livery. And my conclusion for this model is that I'm just blown away by it. The detail on this model is impressive. Even to just look at the model right now, when it's just sat on the layout, the detail is just exquisite, and I don't think I can give enough praise to this model from what I've already given it already. Some of these versions have sold out. I know that the Midland Railway Lined Crimson livery has sold out in some places. So if you can get one in that livery, then by all means go for it. I believe this version as well, which is a Collector Club limited edition, may have also been sold out. If you can still get one though, then I'd definitely go for it. Or if you've already got one coming to you, then you're not going to be disappointed with it. I am glad that I bought one of these models after all, and it's just a beautiful model, and I'm being honest about that. And it just puts a big smile on my face just to even ever look at it. So, highly recommend this model. So what I'm going to do now, as I usually do in these new style of reviews, I'm going to leave you with some shots of the Midland 1532 in Somerset and Dorset Joint Railway Blue livery, running around on the layout with a few of my NMS Stanier Period 3 coaches. I know it might not necessarily be prototypical, but I think that they'll look rather nice with this locomotive. I may at some point have to look at getting some matching stock for this loco, so we'll see what happens there. But thank you for watching this review, and I hope you've enjoyed watching it. If you like what you see, then subscribe to the channel. Also feel free to post a comment, and also while you're at it, hit the like button. Don't forget to check out my other content I have on the channel, because I don't just do model railways, as you all know. I also do real railway content as well. Model railways is not just my hobby. Going out to film real trains is also my hobby, as a rail enthusiast. So thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you again next time. But until then, take care and stay safe. Ta-ra.